Okay. Let's see. Audio seems to be working. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to our first stream after my vacation. So, let's see. Everything seems to be working. So I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I was some hiking in the mountains for most of the week. Had pretty good weather, so that was kind of nice. Got myself a little bit of a sunburn though. But okay, my avatar. There we go. No, it's not stuck anymore. That was weird. Got myself a little bit of a sunburn, but other than that, everything went pretty smoothly. Fairly relaxing too. So hope you guys had a similar good week. And as always, thank you everyone for joining me again. We are right back where we left off last time. In Avowed. In the last area of the game. 1 second. There we go. In the last area of the game. Inside the garden. Oops, I didn't want to jump all the way out. But that's fine. And yeah. I think we have to go over here and then that should be the end of the game. But for now, let's see what we have here. Last time before we left off, we found this little side area. Apparently a side quest. Where apparently we have to take those mushrooms and then something will happen. These guys will probably become aggro. Before I do that, let me do just to make sure that everything is working. But it seems alright. Let's see. Yeah, everything seems to be working. So, let's jump right into it. Let's see what happens here. Well, that didn't do anything.
What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke.
What are you talking about?
Seeing the same thing.
I'm just as confused as you are. It's your family's lab all over again. Seeing plants, a lot of them looking at us. I mean, that's kind of true, so let's go with that.
So much worse. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go?
I think the gardener is misleading us, playing with our senses. You don't think these things moved here themselves, do you? Do not know. Probably the first one.
Wanna know what I think? I think someone's laughing at me. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward.
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
Oh my gods. They're alive?
Seems that way. Talk to them, Jetta. No, that's impossible. You hear them too? Wave to the plant. Greetings. Slowly draw your weapon. No. Talk to them. Sure.
How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castel, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
Okay. Your parents were obliterated by the forces they sought to control. You're saying Sapadal was responsible for the lab accident? Well, probably. We figured that out already. You're at Sapadal all the... I hear Sapadal all the time, and I'm doing fine. Let's go with that. Go into number 3.
Sapadal learned to whisper.
What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul.
So
Will
more
come
and
into
more,
a more
the
suitable
more that we
shape.
learn, the more
Sapadal does not know the limits of
the
their strength.
suspicion that
Mistakes
Sapadal
were
just,
made.
Mistakes
because
were made?
he was a very
Do
young
you have
god,
any idea
didn't
what
know
my
how
life
to
is
control
due
his
since your
powers.
little mistake?
And that's why all the
After the incident,
natural disasters
your
and everything
parents were
happens.
like us,
And that's why the
and
dream
we took
scourge is
pity.
happening.
So we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they
So the
thought
more
only of you.
the more we learn,
their
the more
pride,
Sapadal
and
doesn't
their
seem at
love.
fault.
That's it.
At least not directly.
That's really
Or
it.
not
The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family.
He didn't wanna do it. It happened on instinct or something. Or on reflex, you could say. You think they are telling the truth? What are these things? I'm so sorry, Jetta. I had no idea about any of this. We should get moving. Let's go with third one again.
I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible.
Probably not.
Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. That
Yeah,
isn't their fault.
something like
It's
that.
simply how they came into being.
She understands. You think you're telling you think they're telling the truth? What are you? What are these things? Let's go with that.
We are companions, toys, diversions. Sapadal fashioned us out of dreams and memories.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Ancient vessels held together with duty and loyalty. Their design is unusual. Organic, much like the garden itself. Sapadal's work.
Okay.
All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends. Drawing pictures on the walls of their cell. It's almost too sad to imagine.
You think they are telling the truth? Yeah, might as well ask that too.
I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good animancer embraces death. And they were the best. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
That's 4 questions.
Nice.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They
I
want
see.
to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness.
They deserve forgiveness. What happened to your parents was a mistake. You owe them nothing. Sapadal's madness cost your parents their lives. And now you have the answer. Maybe it's time to move on. I trust you make the decision yourself. Again, 3 isn't bad. I'm swaying between 1 and 3. I'm gonna go with 1.
Was it a mistake? Because no matter where we go, the gods can't stop themselves from hurting us. Our lives are a game to them. Damn it.
Yeah,
believe
again,
I'm
we
about
know
to
that
say this.
Sabadell
Sapadal has been trapped
was
here
a
for
newly born
millennia.
god.
Alone. Confused.
And because he wasn't raised
Screaming
by
into the
any of the
void
other
for
gods,
anyone who
because
would
they
listen.
despised him,
When they heard the voice of a stranger,
he
they
had to figure
overreacted.
everything out by
How
himself.
can I hold that against you?
And that's why so many bad
Apology
things
accepted.
happened.
Thank you, Giada. And thank
seems
you,
to be-
Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
What happened?
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
I'm ready. Should I expect to find more of these apparitions in the garden? What will happen to you? Let's go with that.
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sapadal has everything they need. We will fade, as
Aw.
all things fade.
I'm sorry. You were made to be posed like dolls and cast aside. It's cruel. Let's go with first one. I'm sorry.
Don't be. Nurtured or neglected, every garden dies in time.
True.
We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same.
Well, they are very accepting of that. I'm ready. Should I expect to find more of you?
A garden is whatever you plant in it.
Sapadal wishes to be understood, as all mortals do. Seen, as all mortals are. What you see is the truth, glimpsed through their eyes, and they wish to share it.
Rest well. I'm ready. Let's go with rest well.
Our purpose draws to a close. A long rest is assured. May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Okay.
We need to talk about this, but not here.
This feels like one of those times when getting answers doesn't mean getting closure.
To be honest, I expected them all to, like, crumble. But I guess not. Can't go through this door. At least not the normal way. It seems to be triggerable somehow, though. Not sure with what, though. I don't hear any treasure behind this door. Let me check the map. Doesn't seem to be anything behind that door. It's weird that we see the pipe, though. Which would indicate a mechanism. I can't see anything. Might as well move on. Okay. Back in the main area. I wonder if there's something behind that door. Maybe. Okay, so this is forward. Okay, that was a little bit too far in the back. Damn it. I'm hitting something, apparently. Wait. How do I cast it below the water? That's funny. Okay. Let me make it easier. I don't like having to switch, but that's fine. What? Dude, you kidding me? Why did the last one break? There we go. Always have the Yatzli in your party. Just for this. Is there anything below? There's not. Aha. What do we have here? Windwalker armor. What do you do? Receiving an elemental status applies that status to all nearby targets. Ooh, plus 20% fire, frost, and shock accumulation. That is kind of nice. That is a really nice armor. It's lightweight too. But I don't think I can afford not to have the double essence regen. That's just so strong. Oh yeah, and that lets you out right here. So that leads me over here. I know of one other area. Right down here. The problem is we can't attack while in water. How do we burn this? I can't throw stuff either. I can't attack nor can I throw while in the water. So what do I do? I do hear the item too. Not quite sure. Is there another entrance somewhere? Don't. If so, I don't see it. So I cannot attack. I cannot throw while in the water. So how do I burn that? That is the question. That should be over here. There's something up there. Not that I can see. The only place I can go up is here. This doesn't help me to get over there. Except if there's an exit right here. It's not. Wait, I think I hear a chest. Oh, nice. Oh, good find. Nice. Barely made it. I don't think that's a way. It might be later. We might be coming back around. Let's move on for now. Oh my. Well.
I see the disciple has found his way.
Woodika's back.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
You in the garden? Must be dedicated to follow me all the way here. Now, what do you want? How many mage folk do you have to destroy to shut you up? You in the garden. Let's go with that.
Everywhere my tools have mouths to speak.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with?
All I know is that Zapadal needs help. Why don't you explain then, instead of insulting me? I didn't choose to get involved. Don't call Zapadal that. I don't have to understand something to believe in it. But let her explain.
Apparently, I must. The situation is worse than I perceived. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland.
No, I knew it. You're lying. I don't believe it. That was you? Well, obviously. I knew it. Let's go with that.
You suspected. Then you must have understood why.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained.
You couldn't reach the living lands, so your mage folk did your dirty work. You didn't know Zapadal would attack you. Why not wait and see? Wait, Zapadal could destroy all of Eora? What do you mean? Admit it. You felt threatened by a god you couldn't control. Yeah, let's go with that one. That one is the most accurate, I think.
Chaos threatens us all. We will ensure order prevails. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with.
then the godless. You ordered the magefolk to kill them too. So we know nothing about them. Let's go with that.
You were better for it. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that's obscene. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it.
You massacred them. Why did it have to come to this? You could have found a way to contain Sabadell without senseless death. Their worship challenged your authority. You were never going to let them live. Let's go with that.
You dare claim the domain of the gods is trivial?
Well, you seem pretty petty to me. You defended your crown. Callous but expected of a queen. Touched a sore spot, didn't I? Never mind. I am not going to convince you of anything. Let's go with the first one.
True leaders make choices when others would turn away.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense.
It just wants to be
Adia
free.
is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy.
Sabadell is lashing out because of Adir. Can't you see that? It's not your order. That doesn't mean it's anarchy. Whatever the answer is, the Living Lands cannot go on like this. I've seen what Sabadell is capable of. It concerns me too. I like number 2. Number 1 is true as well. Let's go with number 2.
I refuse to even dignify that with a response.
Okay.
But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently.
Nah, I'm fine. How? How can I kill a god? I cannot do that to Sabadell. They deserve a second chance. Get out of the garden now. I'll never work with you. I don't want to do this, but if the whole world is at stake, someone should have finished what you started long ago. Let's go with number 3.
Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire. Let this be a lesson to you.
Did I break my oath to the Empire though?
Never understood Wodika's appeal. Still don't.
I never thought I'd learn
Bam,
about his
bitch.
fate from their killer.
Oh, did she actually reactivate the ones?
Here we go.
Oh nice, I aggroed some of them by shooting the pods. Just some of these guys. Nothing crazy. Ah, I missed. Wow. How did I miss that? Get out of here. Oh. Goodbye. Well, you have a lot of HP, so not goodbye quite yet, but Almost. There we go.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Wait, what's that? Can't be all for that mushroom, right? Was that all for that one mushroom? I guess so. Oh wait. No. It's nothing. Guess that was all for that one mushroom. Guess you can jump back onto the stairs from here too. Kind of hoping that would lead to where we couldn't go before. Magefolk Orison number 3. Sarcophagus key. You don't say. Wait, it wants me to go up there. Where would I get the sarcophagus key? None of those guys dropped something, did they? They didn't. Huh. Let me check down here again. Where are you hiding the key? Ah, up there. It goes further. Didn't even see that. Yeah, I thought that was too high. But you can make it. Need that sarcophagus key though. Okay, this leads me over here. Point of no return. Grab all of that.
I liked them better when they were dead.
Damaged mage folk. So that's our first mage folk, huh? Yeah, let's see how you like that. Shit. Jesus. Execution. Nice. Ooh, good drops. No sarcophagus key though. So now we're finally fighting the... So I guess if I would have gone the route of killing Sabadell, I would have been able to avoid this fight. But I instead had to maybe fight something else. So I'm probably locked in the ending at this point. After the last conversation. Okay, this should be right where the thing is that we can burn to get back to the area
What
from
is
before.
I know that place,
Speak
right?
to Marius. What's up, Marius? Who's that? What's this? Oh, I see. So that's when Marius's family did the ritual. So they are showing us like things from the past from every one of our companions.
That was...
Okay, let's talk to Marius first.
Oh no. No, no, no. Why is this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not
Okay.
here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
This is an echo from within your soul, Marius. Or perhaps memories from your friend's spirit. Yeah, probably.
I can't be certain of that. I know that I am here, and for a purpose.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
There's something unresolved here. Something else you need to understand. I guess you need to see Yanku one more time. Take your time, my friend. We'll be right here with you. Let's go with the first one.
Then for the god's sake, what is it? I am exhausted, Viate. I can't take much more of this.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Aswan will live for the rest of his life knowing exactly what he did. Making your message clear, Spirit. We have much to do. Now let's go with first one.
Good. And when he arrives here, he will have me to deal with.
Nice.
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
You do that by living the best you can for the rest of your life. You did with Razval. It has to count for something. Yanku was not your responsibility, Marius. Finding a reason to live was his burden to carry. Let's go with first one.
You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
That's between you and your friend, Marius. Forgive each other. You'll never be able to move on without it. What is there to do? Your old friends, brothers. This relationship can survive worse than this. None of these are bad. Let's go with number 3, I think.
What? Worse than Ianku's tragic death?
I can't say I loved that part most.
We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just...
Maybe
another
number
thing
2
we
would have been better.
survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it.
I love how they keep looking at me instead of continuing their conversation. You've grown a lot, Marius. I'm proud of you. It's good to see you two together. I can tell you love each other very much. And just don't forget who helped you through all of this. And let's go with the first one.
I see it too. You've come a long way from that scared boy who refused to wear shoes for fear a bug might crawl out of it.
Nice.
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet. Shoes. Come on, you.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Okay. Rest well, Ianku. Let's go. I'm glad you two got a chance to talk one last time. I like this. I like number 1 too. Let's go with number 3.
Well, it was good to see you, Viate. Even with all this.
Take care of my little
this is
friend,
forward.
bug boy. He needs you more than he'll say.
Sure. Still need to find that key. Ooh. White Walker gloves. 1 critical hit chance. Critical hits have a 15% chance to shoot the enemy in place. And that's not bad. That ability cast speed is very nice though. I think I'll stay with that. What do we have here? Random small chest. But where's that sarcophagus key? Where are you hiding it? Nice. So many skeletons. Whoa. Hello. You can heal me. Damn, dude. Need more HP. Stop anything? It's a little bit annoying that the dropping, the enemies drop their items fairly late. So you always have to stick around a little. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice. Did not expect to be anything up here, but I'll be taking that. No? Nothing. Ah, there it is. I'd rather have these. Ah, fine. It's a little bit too much. A little bit much to just get rid of those, but we have essence regen, so might as well. So this gives us access back to the main area. We are moving over here. Interesting. I thought we were going over there, but guess so. Still don't have the sarcophagus key though. I wonder where that is.
What a massacre.
So many mage folk. Oh, 2 of them are still alive. Or at least one. Damn, Jesus. Oh yeah, there's the second one alive. Nice, got him. I can't heal off of you, right? Wait, I can heal off of you guys? That's crazy. Ooh, look at all that. That changes everything. That makes this fight so much easier. Well, you're getting fucked. We vaporize this body too. I'll be taking all of that. Yeah, both of them were still alive. No? Ring amplification. Power attacks cause large hit reactions. Ooh. Man, this is really good. Plus 10% attack damage and 20% critical hit damage with pistols and arc bursts. I mean, I can't really get rid of this. Those are my main weapons. And the most common ring ever has the slow essence regen on it. Which means if I take this one off, I definitely can never take off this armor. Because I'm relying on the essence regen. Fine. Since I'm using power attacks mostly with my pistols, this seems like something I can't just not equip. Oops, I missed that. There are 4 of them, huh? Nah, only 2. Only 2. That's not that bad. Ah, there it is. Where does it continue? We have to go through here to continue. So let's explore. So the second one is over there. Let's explore over here first. Why is the second light not lit? Is it because I haven't activated this one? Nah, it's still not lit. Oh, is it lit?
Wait. Isn't that Tama's cairn?
Are you seeing this too? No. No, no. This can't be.
Wait, is this forward then? Oh, this might be forward. Okay, now I'm not sure. Both directions seem to go to the same spot. So let's check this door real quick. If there's just a treasure or something behind. No. It points me this way. Points me right into this door. So this has to be side.
This room. It was just like Tama's.
So this is Kai's regret. So that's him, huh? Tama's haiku. The hidden heart thirsts. My spring beneath the desert. It was always you. Okay. Sure. Whatever. I'll be taking those mushrooms. Let's talk to Kai.
Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together.
We
What
did.
is this, envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine.
That's Tama. Zapadal's influence has warped reality here. Utica intended this place to trap a god soul. The snare. Your soul responds to. Let's go with the first one. It's Tama.
I can't tell. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing.
Okay. You didn't happen to take Aiko's special mushroom, did you? He looks normal to me. What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
Souls wander the in-between or turn to the wheel. This isn't Tama's soul, but perhaps a construct of your memory. Yeah, let's go with that.
And why does he look so unfamiliar? I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it.
Then what do you see when you look at him? At this Tama? A dying man. That's what you remember. Remember the vision of him that was tied to your guilt. What do you see when you look at him?
I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met.
Okay.
He's almost a stranger.
That's beautiful. I'm sorry.
I'm not. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
Aw, that's nice. And so are you. He's more than your memories allowed him to be. Let's go with the first one.
You're right. I am. It's like you said. His memory is no longer a burden. For the longest, I was afraid to let go of this moment, like I'd be letting him go if I did. Now I see I was just holding on to something that was weighing us both down.
That's the difference between letting go and running away. I'm glad.
Me too. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end.
Nice.
Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge.
Let's do it.
When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain?
Definitely a villain. Something in between. One way to find out. I mean, he's definitely guilty of some stuff. Let's go with something in between.
I suspect you're right. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
Oh, he's gone. What the fuck was that? I hear a chest. Ah, this leads inside too, that's why. The arrow was confusing. I hear a chest, but it must be below. Is that all we came up here for? Apparently it is. Magefolk Horizon number 7. We're still missing the sarcophagus key. Casting that giant spell just to get rid of that small little spider web. Ooh, another 3. Another 3 of those, huh? So there might be one up top. That's the reason why you're able to get up here. Oh, I see. Didn't even see that. It's just a hole. Ah, there it is. Found you. Oh, the question is, where are the other 2? They don't necessarily have to be in this room. Could also be in the next. Found the first one, which almost confirms that they might be in the next. Ah, never mind. That's the second one. That's the third. These things are cool. Wayfinder, one-handed melee weapon with spear. What does that one do? A full combo attacks deals high stun to nearby enemies. Greatly increases the distance traveled during a power attack. That seems nice. Nice little charged spear. I think that's it. I was kind of hoping for the sarcophagus key, to be honest. I feel like we need the thing in there. Where are we? Are we going towards the bottom area now? Ah, fine. Again, overkill, but whatever. Hello. Goodbye. Okay, seriously. Okay, stupid skeletons. Wait, there's one over here. What were you doing over here?
Good fight.
Ah. Nice. Come on, sarcophagus key. Damn it. Okay. Anything else up top? Doesn't look that way. What do you mean, break? I can't attack underwater. You have a left path and a right path. Let's go the left one. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Can I hit that from here? Yeah. Perfect. Oh yeah, I should probably grab that. Ah, there it is. I knew it had to be somewhere. Wait, didn't we find a thingy too? I thought we found a new grimoire, but we didn't. I already had this one, right? Yeah, I think so.
Incredible.
To see all this in its heyday, in its full splendor.
Oh, nice. So to all of this, you can only go if you go the side path.
What is happening? Does the affliction fester even here?
We gotcha.
Threatens our heart. We cannot fight this invasion alone.
I'm coming. Easy. I've made it this far. I'm not going to abandon you now.
Hurry. Your presence relieves us.
Nice. XP. Skeleton mage. But if I jump from up here, I'm gonna take too much damage. This is where we would have come out, right? Yeah. What the heck? Just a little body of water. Couldn't I pick something up here? I guess not. Wonder if the enemies are gonna hear that. Oh, well, hello. We are back here. Which is fairly close to... Yeah. This is fairly close to the sarcophagus. So let's do the sarcophagus before we move on. There we go. Let's see what's in here. You've been teasing me for too long. This better be good. Spirit Mender. Medium armor. 2% of your attack damage is restored as essence. Dude! This is like way better even than what we had. Plus 100 essence. Dude, this like, it's just a superb upgrade to this. Well, we are losing the companion and self damage reduction, but that's fine, I think. Dude, this one is so good. Jesus. Looks nice too. Spirit Mender. We don't have any Spirit Mender armor other than that though. Cool, new armor. And now I'm too heavy. Because I picked up the new armor. So let's store the trash again. That's a cool spear, but I don't need it. There we go. Wait, did I have a... Yeah. There's so many boots that are... Or so little not unique boots. Which is weird. If you find one that's actually not unique. Okay, nice. Another armor upgrade. Dude, look how much essence I have now. Right at the end, I got an armor upgrade. I do not have any passive regen though, right now. So I can only regen at this point with attacks. Oh, is there an item up top there? I don't think so. execution. Dude, but I'm gaining so much by just attacking. That is crazy. Oh, that didn't hit you. That's crazy. Oh. Okay. Nice. And what? More enemies? Where did they come from? Okay, the heck? Dude, stop that. That's right. So, since I'm healing whenever I gain FP, that means I'm also healing when I'm attacking. That's so nice. I basically have vampiric at this point. As long as I can keep my as long as I keep my FP not full. So I need to remember to actually keep casting. How many skeletons are there? They're over there. Not even anywhere close. Dude. This area is so big. Jesus. Where are those two enemies? Oh, it's a bear too. Poor bear. Stop that. Damn, this area is big. There's no way, right? Nah. At least not from this side. There seems to be something up top though. And there seems to be a big body of water as well. Which usually means something hidden. Ooh, two-handed melee on marker. The Unmarker. That's a cool name. Unmarker. For attacks deal 15% bonus attack damage. Just bonus attack damage. Critical hits deal high stun damage nearby mage folk. So specifically an anti-mage folk weapon. Can't go up there. Some of these plants seem like you would be able to pick them up. Oh wait, I can use my weapons here. Because I can stand. Ah, screw it.
And rock!
Ah, nice. Man, so many upgrade materials. That's all this, apparently. Can I go back this way? Yes. Whoa! Jesus. Don't scare me like that. Just a pig. Jesus, I almost shot you. Wait, it's back here. It's behind me. Ah, it's up top. So it wants us to go up top. Meaning we probably can't go here yet, right? Maybe we can. Ooh, one last memory. The last memory.
We've been here. We were here all the yesterdays before.
The magic here defies all logic. Where is it from? What powers it?
A curse. Ancient whispers. Do not let it escape, they said. We feel no spark of the Tabaris Sinakis in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone.
How do you stand it? No one to talk to. No one to visit you. They say solitude can give us time to reflect on ourselves. People would covet your power. You might be safer in here. You're here because the gods cannot trust you not to destroy things. All of these are kind of mean. I guess this one isn't, but it's not great either. Let's go with number 2.
Still wings, the clear glass of the pond. They took it all away.
Why don't you tell me what really happened? You cannot keep denying the role you played in it. Enough. I cannot find you if you stop to talk. If I stop to talk to you now. Why don't you... Let's go with first one. Why don't you tell me what really happened?
Tide of souls thrown upon the wheel. The ground gives way. We fall. Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel.
Did they emerge from the sea? Had they been lurking in the woods behind biding their time? Could he sense them before they arrived? Let's go with first one. That's probably what happened anyways.
We had no time to speculate. First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed.
They destroyed just to destroy. Why target your people first? I mean, she already answered that. You were the greater threat. Was there really no way to stop them? They were outmatched. They had to catch you off guard. Let's go with first one.
No. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey.
Makes sense. They didn't understand your power. Were they trying to sever the godless connection to you? How was that supposed to harm you? Boudica was foolish to think she'd contain you that easily. Second one, I think.
Prune the branch, 3 grow in its place. We persisted, we were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they track the stars? Then, they turned to what the Akita had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze.
All that wisdom gone. Burning books. Raising art. This is always how it begins. I'm willing to stop you at any cost. Wanted to anger you. Yeah, let's go with second one.
A mouth silenced, a record of time rendered in ruins. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out, sundered soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on.
Yeah, there were too many.
Tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves.
Mage folk whittled you down. They must have had some weakness. You played right into their hands. You hurt the very godless you're trying to protect, didn't you? Yeah, let's go with the first one.
Weakened, they advanced on us, they struck. They raised machines, we tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing.
What do you mean, nothing? Time stopped, didn't it? It happened when I died too. Story can't end there. So you're still adamant that you were the victim. What do you mean, nothing?
We floated in a great glass eye. The fog closed in on us. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun play in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves.
Cannot imagine the pain of losing the godless. No one gets to erase history, not even the gods. How could you lose to a handful of mage? Okay, that's kind of... that's not how Woodcar remembers it. No one gets to erase history, not even the gods. I think I'm gonna go with second one. Yeah.
Yet they did. A light snuffed out. We watched helplessly for aeons. Until you.
It must have been a way. There must have been a way to empower. Wait, what? And there must have been. That must have been why the Emperor sent me all along. What would you do if I'd never come here? If I'd been born somewhere else? I've never let destiny define me. I'm not going to start now. Damn you, Wolf. If I hadn't died, you would have you wouldn't have dragged me into this. Go with the first one.
We are the lamp, the bonfire, forces to be controlled. The wound numbs now. We watch as the river of time expands. In the silence of our prison, we find clarity. How many voices lost? How many saplings have we cut down? We sink into the endless night. Perhaps we should be here.
That's not true. You're here because the other gods are afraid of you. The gods may have been justified once, but this has gone on too long. Remorse is a sign that your time has been good for you. Yeah, let's go with the first one.
We are the rain, the swaying grass. What do they have to fear?
Well, your freedom that they can control you. Boudica won't tolerate a god that she cannot bring to heal. You're not one of their godly alliance. That alone makes you a threat. I'm gonna go with the first one because Boudica is like the main threat here.
We speak, though we are bound. Perhaps our soul was always free. The soil stirs. We have a new memory of this place. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Okay. Sure. Hey, final godlike ability. Remembrance of Sabadell. And re-achievement. Complete all the memories. Your health constantly regenerates when below. Ooh, that's really nice. That's really nice. Okay. Of course. Of course, you guys are here now. Just two of them, though. Yeah, since I can just suck them. That changes everything. No stamina. Okay, die please. Dude, can you die? Seriously. And stay down. What is shooting me? What the heck is shooting me? There's something else here, right? Nice.
We make a good squad.
What kept shooting me, by the way? Not quite sure. Okay, what's this? Not sure, can't interact with it yet. Hidden chests. Probably have to go the other way first. Wonder if this is forward or if this is side area. Ooh. Two-handed melee, unique hammer. Inevitability. Damaging an enemy gives you +3 damage reduction for 8 seconds. +20 power attack damage to enemies with low health. Interesting. Oh god. Almost got myself stuck. Okay. Let's move on. Wait, is there something behind here? No. Ooh, but there's an item. Something that I haven't picked up yet. Uh-huh. Windwalker ring. That regenerates up to 50% of maximum health. We already have that. Then there's more this way. Question is, do I want to go here first or do I want to get the story first? I think I want to go up here and get the story thing first. Oh, never mind. This actually moves on. So we do want to go this way first. Actually went over it. What are you doing up here? Actually thought I would go back down at some point. To that spot. But I guess not. I guess that's just decoration. Do not slide there, otherwise you do just fall off. Ah, there it is. I knew I heard something.
It's funny. I don't think I've ever seen an Akedan building like that, but it looks familiar. We can take a look, can't we?
Okay. What Akedan building are you talking about? So that's forward. But let's go this way instead. Okay, just a normal treasure chest. Nothing crazy. There we go. There's the golden one. Windwalker boots. Now we have the full Windwalker set. Dodge distance and dexterity. That's not bad. But this one is way better. Anything in here? Nothing. Oh. You were probably supposed to go over the water. But why would you if you can just jump up here? Can't make it up there. This is not where you're supposed to go. This way then. The fuck did you do? Just kill. Oh fuck. Damn, you did a lot of damage. Oh, he's fighting skeletons. That's interesting. Good night. Wait, is he? Oh, that was weird. My gun was stuck in charging mode. That's why he died so slowly. Now we're up here. What do we have here? Anything else? No.
This place feels familiar.
We haven't done Yatzli yet, have we?
Let's go inside.
So this must be Yatzli's. Jesus. This must be Yatzli's remorse.
This is the library from my dreams. It's real?
It is.
Look at all these tablets. Actual written records. Oh, somebody pinch me. And there's even some wine to read with. Oh, whoever. I wonder who she was. She looks sad and familiar.
You? Probably. Kira's tablet, a tablet that looks relatively new and half finished. There are some diagrams that imply the unlegible text is about a ritual for some kind, but without being able to read Ikiden, that's all that can be gleaned. Okay, let's talk to Yatzli.
Garlowain's gonads. Look! It's even the same hearth from my dream. And that's the chair. It's the picture of coziness.
I don't know that I'd call this place cozy. Wait, if dreams can be real now, we might need to keep an eye out on our teeth. Wait, what? Okay, let's go first one.
It's plush and warm, Envoy. What more do you want? You've arrived.
The fuck?
That took 10 years off my life. Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Oh, though, you do look quite familiar.
Yeah, she does.
You could be twins.
Exactly.
Except your hair's better.
It has been quite some time. Too many years to number.
And the same voice actor, too.
You are an ancestor? A very fashionable one at that. No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you already forgotten? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
This is definitely sounding like one of Giada's ghost stories.
I am
So that's one of her past
once
lives. I
the
see.
last of the Akita. Once the attack started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history as we could. So we retreated with as much as we could carry.
The attacks? You must mean...
The Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've heard.
Is that the reason for the bodies outside?
Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls of their faithful. They tried to butcher every last one of us.
You just sat here and listened to all your fans die. Seems like they succeeded. Clearly not. Clearly not a Wudekan then. None of these are great. Let's go with second one.
They did in the end. But they didn't get exactly what they wished for. I made sure of that.
But how did the Magfolk reach you in here?
They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching of the Magfolk, I couldn't breathe.
That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy.
I see.
I knew I recognized it when we killed that Magfolk.
Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And perversely, I found the quiet worse. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't give your gods the satisfaction.
Poison? Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine.
Nice. Oh, is that residual dust? Tell me, did the cardiac failure begin before or after the seizure? Jesus Christ. I'm sure she would have preferred living. I admire your resolve to kill yourself before the gods could. Let's go with that.
It really speaks to her dedication. Our dedication.
Yatsley, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history, but you... Someone must tell the story of the Akita, and there is no one else.
I'm already an expert. What more do you want me to do?
Think about it, Yatsley. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since childhood. I couldn't ask for a better successor.
But that was your duty. I have my own dreams.
Yatsley, if you do not become the new librarian, there will be no other. The stories of the Akita will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be forgotten.
Well, that's a predicament.
Just as the burned queen wanted all along, when she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us.
This is all too much. What do you think, Envoy?
There isn't anyone else who can do this. Eora still needs you. Are you really willing to give up your apprenticeship with Ringgrim? It's your life, your decision. I mean, there isn't anyone else that can... Yeah, that's true. It's either this or this. Let's go with the first one.
I'm already intrigued. You don't need to lay on the guilt, Envoy.
I am so glad that one of Sapadal's chosen stands with you, Yatsley. Our time is at an end, Yatsley. It's time for me to go.
Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Tell me about your marriage rights. And oh, did you mean for all the buildings to look so phallic?
Unfortunately, my time is at an end. You must keep Yatsley alive. She is the last hope of the Akita.
So this is goodbye?
Sure.
I wish No.
I mean, she can still
wish that all of you
grab all the knowledge from here and, like, get it out. And still do her apprenticeship, right?
She's gone. Forgive me, Envoy.
Why does it have to be either or?
We should get going. We can talk back in camp. Later.
Okay. Complete all companion moments in the garden. Nothing else here, right? Doesn't look that way. Let's go. Let's finish this. Before I go, I'm gonna save right here. Just to make sure that if I finish the game here, I still can go back. Since we haven't talked to them in camp yet. Still have conversations in camp. Well, that didn't stop any of these. Another make folk, Orison number 8. Oh, that's only stopped this one. Okay, how do I stop you guys? Found like 2 of them, but where's the third? There's a chest on there. Ah, there it is. Did you have to... Oh man, I stopped it in the wrong place. Oh, Jesus. Wait, did that hurt me or not? So do a drop right here. Looks that way. Otherwise we move on. I guess this is what lets me go back up. But cut. To the chest. Ooh, unique trinket. Brooch of a spreading flame. Your fire damage has a 50% chance to jump onto nearby enemies. That's kind of nice too. I mean, my guns sadly don't do any poison. We don't really have a good brooch at the moment. I'm just gonna stay with the poison kit. Okay, this leads me back up top. So where does this lead me? To a goat and a mushroom. All that for the mush. Everything for the mush. Ah, so that's where we come up. Can we make that jump? Ah, from up here. Ah, I see.
This place seems less like a death trap. Maybe we could stop, catch our breath.
Yeah, that seems to be the last camp. the last save spot before we finish the game. What is that noise? Okay, in that case, let's do our last conversations and then we finish the game.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Sure.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
Nice.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
Are you going to be alright, Kai? Let's go with that first.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I'd been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your breath and waiting.
Sure. At least one of us is ready for what's ahead. Patience. This isn't the time or place to be hasty. I'm glad I have you with me, Kai.
Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
Nice. How about you, Marius?
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonko again.
Sure.
I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows? I'm completely baffled. But when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary.
Since this was the last side quest, it feels like the most fleshed out one, but maybe I'm just imagining that. Are you doing okay, Giada?
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. Or perhaps they found me.
Nice.
And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. A life after the dream scourge. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis.
Sure.
Conflict and peace. Life and death.
I feel it too. Glad I'm not alone.
So am I. None of us could have gotten this far on our own.
What about you, Yetzli?
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry on a legacy, but... well, here we are. Never literally talked to myself before either.
Nice.
I think I annoyed her. Me? Oh, I think I need another drink. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
Sure. Take all the time you need. I could use a moment for myself. Let's go with the first one.
Thank you, dearie. I'll be ready by the time the fun starts.
Sure.
And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine. I can't speak for anyone else, though.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard.
Nice.
You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And
True.
yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
Better than I thought. The truth is, I am terrified. Ask me again when it's over. Better than I thought.
You're very resilient. Under different circumstances, I would credit your nature as a godlike. But we all know better. You're strong enough to survive anything. Sapadal picked a good soul when they made you.
Nice.
That actually made sense to me. As if I've learned something about souls and whatnot.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How about you, Envoy? What keeps you so stoic in the face of everything?
Think back to the time I enrolled in my seminar. I never attended it. This is nothing by comparison. I don't understand it myself. I just feel like I'm supposed to be here. The Diran court prepared us for anything and everything. Whiskey, nice. If I told you, it wouldn't be a secret. Sure, let's go with this one. Why not?
Oh, your lecturer must have been furious. You're lucky to be alive.
Nice.
When we first met, I didn't
Little
think
bit of
you'd last
sarcasm.
long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall there. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you found your own killer and turned him in. It's rare to choose justice over vengeance, especially in the Living Lands. But
Little
you
bit of
stood
a
by your
recap.
principles. I think that's where you get your strength.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
Nice.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. You saved my city and gave me a home. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporelings. You got my priceless face. What more could a girl ask for?
Nice.
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
Thankfully, they forgot all about the hundreds of people that I've decided to kill. Put to death, I guess. 5 oddballs on a mission to confront the god. What could go wrong? Yeah, let's go with that.
Quite a lot, as it turns out. But the journey is worth it.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a Living Lands suddenly at peace.
True.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the Living Lands? Some of us could use a break.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Move on, get some rest. We could all use it. What if we just stayed here forever, never looked back? Let's go with the first one.
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want to look our best on the battlefield, won't we?
Before we turn in for the night, I'd like a word in private. Nothing serious, just planning out the rest of my life.
Okay. Jesus.
Sleep well, my friends.
Dude, everyone still wants to talk. Okay, before we do that... let me upgrade my pistols. This is... which one? The shock damage one. Yeah, I want to get this fully upgraded. I can't even get one weapon fully upgraded. That is crazy. I'm still missing 7. That is actually nuts. That I can't even get a full one weapon fully upgraded.
Hey, Giada. How are you holding up after seeing those,
Okay, let's talk to everyone.
Oh, Envoy. Have you recovered yet from our chat in the library? I don't think I have yet, but maybe talking it out will help.
Sure. Perhaps if you just look at things logically, we can come to a satisfying conclusion.
Well, it's worth a try. It's just... we already have a lot to take care of, don't we? We have a
True.
god and an empire both vying for our attention, and now I have this legacy forced on me. I was already unsure what to do, and now a third option appears like the world's worst surprise. But it makes sense. My whole life has been about the godless in one way or another. It explains why I knew the language, why I felt so drawn to the ruins.
Sounds like you want to be the new librarian. At least the mystery of the dream has been solved. Let's go with first one.
Maybe. It certainly doesn't sound too awful. It's not an answer I would have expected, but it's an answer. And now that I know, I kind of thought, well, honestly, I feel more full.
Okay.
Like a puzzle piece sliding right back into place. No matter what happens,
That sounds good, I guess.
even if my path doesn't lead to the library, I feel better than I have in ages.
That means you can focus on Rugrim's offer now. Maybe now you can settle down and focus on helping Fiora. The answer even gives you a whole new direction for your life. I'm glad you could get your answer, no matter what happens next.
So am I. I think... For the first time in my life, I don't know what to do.
Congratulations, Yardsley. Now you're just like the rest of us.
Nice.
No matter what, I've always known exactly what I want. But this is the first time I've had more options than time in the day. What do you think?
Your whole life has been about the godless. You cannot stop now. I don't think you've ever... you'll ever forgive yourself if you abandon Fiora. You're a wizard, Yardsley. I think you have to study with Rhaegram. It's your life. You know you decide better than I do. I mean, I'm tending to the godless, but... let's go with that.
You're right. The Akita have been with me my whole life in one way or another. I owe it to them and myself to see it through to the end. Thank you, Envoy. I've been agonizing over this for longer than I want to admit. Finally picking it.
Besides, again, I don't think there should be a question about one thing or nothing.
Looking forward to telling Queen
She can always do more than...
He'll understand. Your
She can
happiness
also
will
still do
fulfill
the apprenticeship,
everything
right?
to him.
Well, come on. We've bigger things to deal with. Literally, in Sapadal's case. Much as I'm loath to relinquish the spotlight, we should be off.
Sure.
And Envoy, thank you, truly. Now, let's go.
Okay, the others still want to talk to me.
So those green
Let's go
people...
with Kai next.
When you find Sapadal, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place.
Nice. I didn't realize you had such eclectic tastes.
I'm a man of hidden depths. What's not to love about floating islands and a spectral tree?
Nice.
Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse.
If a god is a being of a vast essence, then imprisonment means isolation of massive, powerful soul in the Adra here. True.
You make it sound like we have a ticking bomb under our feet. And judging
A
from
little bit.
Sapadal's outbursts at Mount Forja and Naku Kubel, you're probably not far off.
True.
There are a few provocations away from disaster.
Sapadal and I talk about compassion and forgiveness. I believe they can change for the better. Who wouldn't be? They've been imprisoned here for centuries at least. Violent before their imprisonment. Go with first one.
Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of, I should have known better.
Nice.
Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god?
True.
I hope you're right, because we are all in trouble if you're wrong.
No worries. Knowing you, I'm surprised you're not in favor of giving Sapadal a second chance.
You know, if Sapadal were only a smuggler, assassin, or bandit, I'd be...
Yeah,
right
if he
there
would
with
only
you.
be an assassin, then
But
it would
knowing
be
they
okay.
could end us all with a temper tantrum puts things in perspective.
I
guess
can
we've
see his
all got
point,
our
but
limits.
still.
I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, I mean, when, we escape this place.
What do you mean? Dealing with Sapadal won't diffuse the political tensions in the Living Lands. After this, disappearing to a remote cabin for a year. What do you mean?
While we're tracking down your god, things are heating up between your Adiran comrades and the locals.
I guess that's true. Enough. I don't have time to reflect. I was sent to deal with the Dream Scourge, not politics. Yeah, that. What are you talking about? Yeah, that.
You may have averted the attack on Fjord, but this is one situation where it's the thought that counts. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when Heelgard banned the practice in Paradise.
I see your point. And that was indefensible. Come on. Grim had nothing to do with the Steel Garrote. Plans in Fjord. I see your point.
Oh, I wish I were finished. Ringram may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge, but she left a lot of corpses in her wake. That doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region, and your people had a garrison at Eagle's Reach.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. Come on, that's a coincidence. Enough. I don't have time to reflect on every conflict. First one.
And then there's Solace. You might have saved the keep, but no one's going to talk about the disaster that didn't happen. They're going to talk about why Mount Forja erupted after all this time.
That is technically, indirectly, the Steel Garrote's fault. True. It's a volcano. Idea cannot possibly be blamed for a volcano. I hate politics. True.
I don't think anyone else is going to understand the indirectly. Fairly or not, a lot of blame's going to be laid at Adir's door. And if I had to
I can
guess,
see that.
I don't think Heelgard's been helping matters while you've been out here.
So tensions are high and everyone out here is well armed. What about it?
If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy.
I can see that. Adir is my home. You cannot expect me to turn my back on my people. I was sent to stop a plague, not prosecute a war. The people of the Living Lands deserve freedom. I won't help anyone subjugate them. Gonna go with that.
I admire your principles, but don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit. I lost my stomach.
Then
for it,
Kai has a
basically.
lot of stuff
That's
to
how I
talk
wound
about.
up here.
Jesus Christ.
But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face.
True.
Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this.
Thanks, Kai.
Anytime.
Good night.
Good night, Envoy.
Okay, 2 more to go. Jesus Christ, Kai took like forever. You just wouldn't
All
want to
this
shut up.
time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. A mistake. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sapadal's.
True. But at that point, he was still, well, I wouldn't say a child, but still learning. You were generous to forgive them. Does knowing that help? I don't see the difference. Let's go first one.
Generous? Perhaps. Until I knew the whole story, there was never anyone to blame. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you
True.
speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong.
Now you're unburdened and free. It's like you admire them. I don't sell yourself short. You can still do incredible things. Kind of want to go with that. Let's go with that.
Of course I can. But now, I can do them for the right reasons. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful.
Science! Could you still use animancy to help the living lands? I wonder if Sabadell would be willing to assist you.
They probably
go with
won't
that.
even notice me. But stranger things have happened. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more. But that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider.
Okay.
What do you think?
Would you consider going back? I think like we can make it like a deal with Sabadell to make this work. Would you consider going back to Fior Messiverno? You owe it to yourself to continue research and grow as an animancer. Leave the past behind. You don't need animancy to find meaning in life. Nah, let's go second one.
I have a lot of catching up to do, and plenty of room to grow. But I think you're right. So be it. Starting today, I don't have to live up to anyone's example. Animancy can be whatever I make of it.
Nice. Your mother and father would be proud.
I know they would be. And not just because some ancient plans told me so. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. But no need to bore you with the details.
Sure.
I've only got one lifetime as Giata Castel, so I'd better make it count. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
No worries.
Jada's parents would be proud.
Okay. And last are Marius. That's probably still bugged.
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people.
That had to be difficult.
It was, right. But it was easier than I thought it would be. Thanks to you, I think I was ready for something like this. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise.
I can see that. What you didn't think you'd be talking to a dead friend and confronting a slumbering god.
No,
Sure.
I was thinking more in terms of hunting for wild game and peeing on Kai to put the fires out.
Nice.
It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end. One way or another.
True.
I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. I never expected you and I would become friends. Quick note. If you tell any of the others I said that, I'll poison your drink.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'd love to get your thoughts on... okay.
Not before I've done some reading.
Yeah, he's still bugged.
Ma-
We still can't get rid of his
Boy,
conversation
What do you need?
thing.
Let's make the only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't know. Things have changed a bit, I guess. She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud and impulsive, and
I think we've had this
always
conversation
trying to
before.
get herself killed, and she keeps saying things to get a rise out of me, Envoy. But joke's on her. No one's gotten a rise out of me in years. But other than that, we can get along. She can be sweet, too, when she's not introducing me to a new word for my oak and acorns. You too.
Yeah, he's still bugged.
Envoy, what do you need? Let's make sure the only one we have.
Yeah, he's still bugged.
Thanks for talking.
It's weird. Why is he the only one that just is bugged? So that you cannot actually finish the conversation. Or the yeah, conversation, I guess. Our last conversation with our god. Before the end. I had to rest. This place is exhausting in a way I cannot describe. I'm grateful for the pause in battle. I didn't expect this much resistance. I'm close enough to meet you. Why don't you wait until I'm awake? Let's go first, second one.
Bars were not enough. They writhe. They seek to silence us. Only essence sustains them now. Hatred seated in the heart.
So they're trying to kill her now. You know what I wonder. Actually, Sabadell, I've got a question for you. Can I ever get a word of edgewise? Let's go with the first one.
Deer leaps at its reflection in the lake.
Surprised. You still owe me an answer.
The debt of knowledge. We concede.
What would you do if you weren't imprisoned? Good question. What would you do if you weren't a god? What would bring you peace, happiness? Let's go with the first one.
The sky is green. The fish breathes air. We can no longer imagine.
Take your time.
We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands.
What about the people who live on those hills? Could you live in harmony again?
We did once. New sweet peas bloom in the grove. We would try. Vengeance denied. Squandered. This cannot be.
What was that? Are you alright? Essence in the garden must be getting to me. Doesn't sound very peaceful. What was that?
We spoke of flowers.
There's something wrong. No, you definitely said something just now. It's nothing. Just hearing things.
We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
Huh. Did Sabadell develop a second personality? Magefolk Arisen, number 4. Okay, let's go. One more save. Right before the end.
Safe to assume that the large glowing door is part of Sabadell's prison. Now, we just have to get past it.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
Okay, this way. Probably more mage folk in here. Ah, I see. Big spider and skeletons. There we go. Jesus.
Check your right.
Oh my god. It's a bit mage. Need to heal. Damn it, you killed the spiderling before I can suck all the juice. Damn it. Ooh, big bear. Dead bear. Okay, these are still going. Mage folk. Just the one. Damn, dude. Wait, what? Teleported away. That's new. Fuck. Get out of here. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I see. This is... I see. Damn it. Man, my gun. Sever the mage folk arm. Ooh. A severed mage folk arm is a quest item too. Interesting. So this does move forward. What about down here then? Oh, this is poisonous. I didn't realize. Dude, this is poisonous deep water. Didn't realize it was poisonous and deep. I thought it was shallow. I thought it might be poisonous, but didn't think it was that deep. Could jump on that and land right there. This might be something for later. Maybe we can clear the water. Hey, we made it. Oh no, this is something else. Oh no, never mind. Ah, we needed the mage folk arm.
Don't think, Magfolk. Seems like we've drawn a crowd.
Okay. Oh, they're attacking the mage folk. Nice. Damn, Jesus. Kill only the most important ones. Let the other ones fight. Dude, stop attacking me. Wait, it actually poisoned me. Kidding me. Got to be kidding. What the fuck? Man, it's this late already. We are so close to the end though. We're so close to the end. Man, this end drags on.
Seems like we've drawn a crowd.
I'm actually gonna save here. I kind of wanted to finish it today. We might have a shorter stream next time. But I have to get to dinner. I'm already so late. So, thank you everyone for joining again. It was a lot of fun. This game drags on at the end a little bit longer than I expected. But yeah, we will be definitely finishing it next time though. There can't be like that much more, right? I said that for the last 2 streams though, so we will see. Anyways, as always, thank you everyone for joining. I will be back tomorrow. More Monster Hunter Wilds and more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Jumping back into those. And as always, hope to see you guys in another stream soon. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Until next time, stay awesome. Bye!